Country like Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na Politics and the People, the program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. na you platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. na you platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Good morning and welcome to the final edition of the Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV with the stream on Facebook, YouTube and also on our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this Friday morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
Mabel Kaba, good morning. Today is Friday, the 9th day of January 2026. Inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, plenty people know say concerns them can come from the public regarding emergency response, especially in aside and at the provinces where plenty time we can see different videos them and concerns from the public say where emergency can happen. For example, belle woman the way one for born or somebody they in critical condition forget the emergency response. People can raise concerns say it can be challenged for letting get, especially some ambulance for take the patient from one point to the other. Well, inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we can hear from the National Emergency Medical Service, where they can call NEMS. We can know waiting they do, especially when it comes to the country emergency response. How many ambulances and then are the country currently? Are they functional? How do they distribute them? How do they ensure say the ambulance them always they on standby for response to emergency? All of that you will get an answer to inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
All right, well, this and other issues then we go look inside this edition of the Breakfast Show. As we see yesterday, a press release will come out from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education being informed the general public say the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio, don't give directive them for let them dissolve the Mineral Wealth Fund and let them get a new leadership. We go look inside all the country in minerals them. Waiting be there behind this sudden decision where the president been take. As soon as all be know, this Mineral Wealth Fund, especially the one we get for do with the Tonkolili Iron Ore project. Now one way we don't they get plenty issues this BNT. Most have been see the Minister of Finance where na the board chair for the Mineral Wealth Fund with other workman them na the Mineral Wealth Fund bingo na Kasafoni and all meeting with the people them we get the ground outside the mineral there day. We can look inside all of the issues then day and also we will get concern from a particular citizen we allege say yesterday police been arrest them because the police allege say they stalk them because of a video where he say he do usai one keke been get some accidents around the Congo Cross area. All of the issues there we they discuss inside the breakfast show this morning. You say for the watch we go get the opportunity for join we through we comment section, or you can send we text message on the number +23274 200 545, and we go also get updates from the NEMS as Sonayeri for Mabel. They can look at the status of ambulance system and how they're not able for respond to different emergency there, especially in a hard to reach areas them. And self-concern then we come out from the 2024 audit report, but particular amount of money where the audit report allege say NEMS not be able for do deduction on various PAYE, NASIT tax and other one them. And the reports been talks about 40 ambulance system being stuck now the Hastings airfield and able for repair. All of the issues there, we get now the studio Dr. Songo Koidoyuma, we now the Chief Executive Officer for the National Emergency Medical Services from the Ministry of Health and Sanitation. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning. Morning, listeners and viewers.
All right, that's now we studio guest this morning, Dr. Koidoyuma. You can tell we about the status of the ambulance services and how they know they respond to emergency the way they happen at different side them in the country. But before we come to Doc, quickly let we go and watch some part of a video where Trevor Young, a Sierra Leonean, way based in the United States, but if you don't come na salon this time, if you don't follow on our social media, if you don't go na different parts them, na the city for give update to citizen them, but different things them, if you don't engage in some cleaning exercise them na the beach this time. But yesterday night, it been go do a live video also a alleged say police be arrest them for cyber stalking. We can talk to them this morning. Let we know what exactly police be arrest them for and how it be able for come out na the detention where he say then be put them na the criminal investigation department. Lord, just watch this quick video that we can talk to Trevor Young.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, hey, voices come. Credibility, now we are building news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Man, them girl begin the security power. You can call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we.
All right, Trevor Young reporting, starting to the top. Hope everybody's doing well. I was just posting this because I wasn't able to go to that meeting I had at FCC or to the welder to give an update on the cleaning project and the sanitation aspect, because I actually just got arrested, well not just, early today I was arrested by the Congo Cross police and charged with cyber stalking, cyber bullying, and transferred to the CID office because of a video that was on my Facebook page earlier. After basically we had an incident at a keke earlier this afternoon on my way, well it was at around 11, on my way to Freetown City Council, and the incident was with the police over there, Congo Cross. I After the incident, I went outside. I recorded another passenger who was in the vehicle with me just to document what just happened to us. And in the process of documenting what happened to us, she also shared an experience that she had with Aberdeen police. All this was her sharing, the two of us sharing, her sharing her experience with the Sierra Leone police. There was a police officer next to me who saw me recording the lady. When I finished, they told me to go inside and get the perspective of the police. So I went inside to get the perspective of the police. Immediately when I went inside, one of the senior police officers said he wants to see the video I recorded of the lady outside. I told him that I had archived it, so it's private. And if I play it to him, I need to post it on my page. So he requested for me to post it on my page and play it. I did. Immediately when I played it, they arrested me immediately and said the video that I recorded with the lady is a cyber crime. And I was charged with cyber stalking and cyber bullying. Immediately upon arrest, they transferred me to CID. I do got to compliment the people of CID. They were very professional, and you know they're very professional. So I got to give them credit at CID that for treating me with respect and professionalism. But nonetheless, the police officers at Congo Cross charged me with cybercrime specific.
All right, welcome back. You still watch the breakfast show on Liberty Online TV. Well, that's not been part of the video which Trevor be make yesterday night after we then be released from the CID. Well, as soon as I hear from him, according to Ram, then be then a keke, usai an incident be happen later a kandong for film other passenger we share in experience, but the issue we then get with police and also the passenger according to Ram being share other experience we don't get with other police them. And after that, police being get for ask them for go inside the Congo Cross police station. We then go there, according to Ram, the police been telling us, let you go get the side of the police. But then go there, something then be happen, we been lead them to the CID. We then go on the phone now for talk to Trevor for let we know exactly what things transpire between A and the police yesterday. Good morning, Trevor, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning. How did you do this morning?
I'm fine. We just don't play parts of your video where you been published yesterday night after where the CID been left you for gonna host. But for the viewers them, we not understand exactly what's been happen will lead you to the CID. Take me through what's happen exactly between you and the Sierra Leone police.
Okay, I've been in the keke with two other passengers, and when we reached I be left Lumley to go. I will go Freetown City Council. We will reach Moritong Junction. Now, one policeman jumped at the keke. He say something to affect the keke driver in wheels. They're not correct. So he tell the driver direct time for let go inside Congo Cross police station. And I say nothing to him. He just tell the driver. So the driver will all go inside Congo Cross police station. So me and the other two passengers, we come out and we look at the time and I see anything too wrong with that. So what we're gonna do, take the time now because usually I can just document different things all over the country. Right now I dip on the beach cleaning, so I can do daily documentation of that. So I always did document my experience. So what we're gonna do now, talk to one party passenger. I ask her if I can go and record them. Whilst it will explain exactly what we just experienced. So I agree for that recorder, right? And what I can do me recording because of the algorithm, I can do it live, but then I save it to me archives because live video they go out farther. But anyway, that's just some technical things there. So I record the lady. One policeman be there next to me while they record the lady. And the lady just explain that, you know, which we just experienced. And inside of the recording, the lady back explain how if we don't experience something like Aberdeen, where if we witness police, well, basically Keke, the police did demand money from Keke, right? So inside the recording, he said that. So I record them, I save them to my archive. Where I finished recording, the policeman will be the next to me, say, well, since you don't get this woman in perspective, you need to go inside and get the police now their own perspective of what happened, what transpired. So I said, okay, no problem. So as I go inside now, the initial police officers, to be honest, they were cool, okay. Then we did talk, say, we did go through our procedures, this is what happened. But then one senior police officer now he come, immediately when he come, he not ask so many questions, he just say, let's see that video where he does record. So I tell him, say I don't archive on a live video, but archive them. In order for me to show them, I therefore make them public. And if I make them public, all man go see them. So he said, no, I want to see them. So now hold the phone and make her go to the process of moving it from archive to a live, to a post on the page. And then I play them to him. Immediately I play him, he watch him, he say, well, this video, which you don't do now, is a cyber crime. And immediately say, I'm under arrest. Me and the lady, I'm immediately under arrest and charged with cyber stalking and cyber bullying of the Sierra Leone police.
Trevor, waiting exactly now be the content of the video where the police officer see him. Immediately he arrest you and charge you for cyber stalking.
The one specific thing where he say now cyber stalk and cyber bullying. Inside the video, the lady, we talk about the own experience now at Moritong Junction and inside Congo Cross, but inside he talk about a past experience he gets now Aberdeen, where a witness police officer pull the keke over, and the keke man be therefore come out and give the police officer 20 Leone. And he say he don't witness that. He say in witness standing. It's inside the video. Not so somebody tell him he witness standing for himself. So when the policeman see that, he said because that woman say a witness the police take money in Aberdeen, that is considered cyberbullying, cyber stalking against the Sierra Leone police because we are aiming to tarnish the image of the Sierra Leone police.
As it is now, you then at your house, how you be able for secure bail from this arrest and the charges them where the police been charged you for cyberbullying and cyber stalking?
So after they arrest me, then transfer me to CID. And to be honest, CID, the people at CID, they be very professional. They not put me in a jail. They not put me in a handcuff. Mainly not just then they go through the procedure. So then they be, which it would take basically all day where I therefore go from one office, talk to other office. I therefore give reports. I therefore wait for my lawyer. So then go through all the procedural process. But like I said, I want to emphasize in a CID there, and then treats me bad. Actually, they treat me with great respect. And then I put me in handcuffed, then I put me in a jail, nothing like that. So after we go through all that process, report, and then I'll be there for get a lawyer. At the end, my sister be there for writes bail, and it wasn't a financial bail. It was I was released on my personal without I didn't have to put financial money down for on the bail.
Then give any condition upon which they release you for go home?
Then say anytime they request for me to come back to CID, I must return there immediately.
What about the other lady, the lady where you been the interview where you say na una two dem go na the Congo Cross police station? What's in your situation currently?
Inside we get lawyer, so where they release them, they release at a different time than me. So I'm not know your own personal condition, but I assume say that the same thing that the charge is still pending. And upon request to come to CID, Cyber Division, we have to appear there immediately. So I'm assuming, I do assume say Daniel, but I don't know definitively Daniel are the terms of release.
This particular video where you talk about, say, the police may ask you, let you play, Ebenena you page, but this morning, another day again, waiting happen.
That part of the terms of the release, I'll be therefore taken down from public view, but I can share it privately. I get you, met you WhatsApp, I can share it privately, but I'm not able for post them publicly. So I will share it to you privately, but not able for post them publicly as part of my release. I'll be therefore remove them from the page.
Where you remove them from the page as part of your release condition, the police tell you, say, you know, ever post them back na your page?
No, then I say I cannot post it back on the page. So they just say as part of the release, I therefore taken down. And as of now, because the cyber law, even my lawyer say it's they're not the law. It's far-reaching and broad. So I don't want for do anything at this point. We go puts me in an area where or where I'm doing something that they go consider illegal. So when they tell me for taken down, I just take them down immediately, and I repost them.
All right, thank you, Trevor. Where you talk to we go continue for follow up with the police for know exactly waiting from their own side be lead to you arrest yesterday. Thank you very much for you talk to we.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
All right. Well, that's now Trevor Victor Young, one Sierra Leonean where they use in social media handle for showcase different things them. If you don't follow him this week, if you don't do some cleaning exercise now the Lumley Beach, and as of yesterday, he say police be arrest him and charge him for cyberbullying and cyber stalking because of a video where he do with a lady with all to get some encounter with the police. Well, we try for reach out to the Sierra Leone police this morning through the spokesperson, but not able to get them on the phone yet. To go continue for reach out to them so that we will get from the side of the police waiting exactly be lead to Trevor Young in arrest and so they be release from police.
All right, the breakfast show they continue. Remember, see yourself for the watch. Can drop a message na +23274200545 or drop them in the comment section and the different platform. Also, you they watch with this morning. We tell you say today we want can hear from NEMS, we na the National Emergency Medical Service. We they can know waiting and they do na NEMS, especially when it come to the issue we get for do with responding to emergencies. We be done introduce with studio guest earlier. We na Dr. Kodo Yoma in the Chief Executive Officer for NEMS. Good morning again and welcome once more to the studio.
Good morning. Good morning.
Like we tell the viewers them earlier, I guess yourself can follow social media. You don't see where people be done raise concern, especially where emergencies can happen for able for transport people from one place to the other, the conditions of the country emergency system, ambulances, how many day now concerns and can come, especially if audit reports come out, then say, oh, ambulance lost or they're not in good condition. People can worry. So let we just hear it from you. Then can say we hear it from the horse's mouth. It pass the rumors them we the hear it out there. Let we know first, waiting on our specific responsibilities and NEMS.
Okay. Thank you very much. So NEMS, as you mentioned, an emergency medical service. We one of the key things that we could see actually where you could define we by the ambulance system. And we job basically therefore now for respond to all emergency in a very promptly manner, in a very professional manner. And it means for people out there, it means for respond on time. And not all on time no more, for providing necessary pre-hospital management before the patient hits hospital, waiting for be done, how it will be done. And if you watch right now with staffing system, we get every one vehicle or ambulance, you get 2 staff for the inside there. One for be a para driver and one for be a paramedic. And they are very trained. They're well trained now because we don't get evidence of that, of which both of them don't do several deliveries inside the ambulance. And we job not only limited to the ambulance we see, it also very broad in terms of coordinating the referrals. For move a patient from point A to point B, it's not as simple as you would see them. You get for involve one, the hospital where they send the case, do a comprehensive report on why they want to refer the patient. You get for do it. The hospital where they receive the patient, ready for receive the patient. And ready in the sense, I'll give you an example. Let's say you get pregnant woman, they bleed in a facility A, picking able pass on the road for so many reasons. Then you have to move and go. If they go in a hospital B, the hospital for ensure say one, that patient with the car they bleed, then get blood services ready for them. That patient they get for an urgent emergency C-section. Then theater team they're on standby. The lab team they're on standby. So it's a whole coordinating thing. It's not all like the ambulance know what they go and can now. It's a whole coordination. And like like we doctors swim, we don't know the amount of effort they put underneath. That's what we do at the background. We know you don't go see we, but we do all the load, the heavy lifting, the making calls, the ensuring say this happen, ensuring say we tick the box system. I make with the push say whenever there's an emergency, you let us know. We got a toll-free line. We're always there on 24 hours. When you call with toll-free line, you start the process.
How the ambulance operates? Because based on what you explained just now, it sounds like if patients in one hospital now for referring to the other hospital, then can contact them and do the work.
Yeah.
So in a case where sometimes a situation happen, perhaps an accident don't happen, people in critical condition.
Yeah.
How it happen that way?
So before, let's just give small premise. Before we get key things that we do, we refer all obstetric emergencies and we refer all pediatric emergencies. We refer all trauma or road traffic accident emergencies. So before, one of the gap we been get, now we're only aware of the accident, maybe through social media, or because we're not going to all side. But one good thing we do last year, we got an MOU with SLRSA. So they get more staff there all over. They get cops them, then wardens them. So whenever there's a reported accident, then call line, then they call we directly, we respond to them. So part of this year plan, this are the year of action according to the president, and the ministers are very, very big on that day. You say, NEMS, how can you reduce whatever? Because people will die in an accident. So we're going to start an extensive media campaign. We're going to start what you call education. It will be the first thing. Whenever there's an accident, the first thing for them to call we. Even if you don't book out on time, we will advise you how to manage the patient. Most accidents that can happen, person they go no, it's human nature. Person inside, he gets stuck. You just go do what the person come and do. You exacerbate the injuries. So we're going to do a lot of media campaign, a lot of sensitization on how to manage road traffic accidents. But the first thing for do, now for call we. Now if we get a call line, now we don't ask NATCA for let them give a shorting number. That shorting number, we're on the transition right now. And you know the Ministry of Health, we get one number, we're in a public number, 117. With the abbreviation number there, so we call 117 instead of public health emergency now. If you call 117, then it routes you to a number directly. So we did an advanced conversation with NATCA, we don't come on NATCA, we don't go to the telecoms company them, Orange, Africell and QCell. We don't engage them on that. If law ensure say, the minister are very, very particular about timings. He can say, no, give me 2 weeks. So when they give you 2 weeks, we get a mandate now for push to and when the mandates they come, we own job is purely scientific. It's purely data driven. If you're able to justify whatever you do with specific data, because can make somebody say like I was talking about like we're gonna market say okay, I not see rest or I know the price of rest. No, this is very specific, and it will be data driven.
All right, then we look at some of the issues them where many Sierra Leonean I believe say they make some of them systems they are not able for work fine. If you go through the just released 2024 audit report, it talk about serious financial and non-compliance operational failure them from NEMS, where this na serious concern even before the audit report come out. The agency inability for let them deliver reliable emergency services nationwide. Now one we been get big question. How una be respond to some of the issues them where the 2024 audit report being raised? For example, the issue of the auditor them where them they do them work then NEMS failed for remit about 4.17 million new loans in 2024.
So that go backwards. So NEMS, as we begin to discuss before we go on air concerning how NEMS come into existence. NEMS now be a project initially, a project where when during the Ebola we get a lot of ambulance and cancer. And people are like, okay, what do we do with the ambulances after? So government say, okay, let's push for us or get a fire system. But we not been get the mechanism for to go about them. So they've been contract an Italian NGO called Quam Africa. So Quam began for pull through, then pull the resource system, then do a pilot, some Pujon, and then expand to national. So eventually with time, Quam, the Ministry of Health said, no, this is our property, this is us, we have to own it. So Quam eventually began transition. Then we count a Sierra Leonean-led Ministry of Health supported leadership. It goes until 2024. 2024 December, the Minister of Health, as you mentioned, we're not a very listening ministry. The minister was worried because of, like how you say, most of the issues that they come up. So they said, let's fix it. So now Dr. Mustafa Kaba, when the Deputy Chief Medical Officer Clinical, was tasked with fixing them. So we formed an interim transition management team. So I was like deputy to it. I mean, maybe the secretary for the entire management team. And we get other key things then. And we get a mandate say within 90 days, we will change the narrative. And I will tell you, say within 90 days, we get busted. We're very rigid, very time bound. You know they get excuse. So within 90 days, we not sleep, we not get holiday. We start work on December 17th. Christmas Day will be the month. New Year's Day will be the Falaba. We were all over the place. Fixing. And we could not finish everything in 90 days. As I tell you, it was data driven. So we asked, what do we do? They said, okay, we can extend to see how best you can make the things that they happen. So yes, so the entire 2025 was us fixing so many issues that we all man on eggs, including the audit reports.
As you say, on have been busy the entire 2025.
Yes.
They fix some of the issues there we come out from the 2024 reports.
So,
and the issues there, the reports go ahead and one say, because of the lapses there, so this money when NEMS not able for account for, they affect staff, them pension and other entitlements. And as you they speak so, somebody they now we page where is say then a coalition of abandoned NEMS frontline workers.
Yes.
And all the money they are so we don't missing illegally.
Yes.
And as the audit report states say, it go affect pension and entitlement of other workmen them. Now the same issues this person they raise say it work for NEMS up till now, they abandon them, they not pay them. As soon as they fix the issues 2025, I will not be able to factor the issues there of abandoned workmen them when NEMS supposed for pay. I will not able to fix their own issues.
So it is also part of the problems that we meet actually. It's not a secret about those things. In fact, we've had several engagements with Labour Ministry. We've had engagements with the Ombudsman Office. I'll tell you a few things. One, in fixing them things today, not forget we're going to keep the system running, which was our priority first. Fix the system, get the system running. What NEMS they work for ensuring we respond to an emergency on time. We've increased that capacity. We've ensured that the ambulances are working now. We've ensured that the ambulance can be accessible. And most of the issues that we raised in 2024, I will tell you, say, we've corrected them. Now, at the each day. Now, we get some statutory obligations then where we inherit evidence by the audit report. For this one, we don't start the process. In fact, if you go specific to the one and we have had engagements with them in person. We don't get meeting with them, not to one. In fact, the first group came, they get a list of all people and call them. We call them and say, okay, we cannot meet all of you together. Can you have a representative among yourself and come? And then make a representative, then come office to you. They can even come with a lawyer. We sat down together. We drew up a plan together. The plan was very simple. One, for ensure say we identify all the one that we owe, not put in a spreadsheet. We did that. And we get a payment plan for them, in which if we divide the, let's say, into 6 groups, A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. And then we start by paying, let's say we pay A1 this month, A2 next month, B1 the other month, B2 the other month, C1, and so on and so forth. We're not going to completely pay them, but we will start for pay them process-wise. Then something happened. Then split back among themselves. Another group that can form. We then under the coalition of abandoned NEMS workers, frontline workers. So then go with a civil society advocate. And next time also, we engage them back. We engage them, we tell them, say, this is what is going on. This is what we even project, because I will tell you, all the staff they will work on NEMS, we get a record of them. And all the one they will for for pay, it's there. Not something when I secret, when I like, I make when I use the word abandon okay, I tell you, I say, why not use abandon? What are a NEMS worker? Me now, a NEMS worker. Let us engage. If you think, say, you have issues, come and put it on the table and hear me on side. And let me finish. And we don't engage in Ministry of Finance. We've engaged them. So there are so many challenges them who are unable to sort out it. But I'll tell you one thing. The entire 2025, we've paid all statutory obligations, 2025 no matter. So we're going to go back to 2024 and start to pay those statutory obligations. Not do something we're not secret. The ministry accepts yes. We'll not ever deny for them. We're not shun away from them. We're not refuse them. No, we're not. So when I say abandon, it's not like where you go reject them. No, we are not rejecting them.
But when I don't go back for identify the root cause as to waiting lead una to sound, because if the audit report feature on a say certain amount of money they want to able account for, then people they feel like they're abandoned because NEMS don't owe them money where then they don't work for, they're not able to pay them. There must be a reason as to waiting go wrong.
There is a mechanism for that. Now government will all the work for. We don't do an internal audit. And we don't ask the one that we've been dating. Say, okay, let's have a report. Let's have a face-to-face, and then have a report as to why these things happen. There's a process for that, and the process is ongoing. But for now, they want and they win at the coalition of work of, they call it abandon of former workers of NEMS. They are so sore and aggrieved. If you go begin telling them, say, well, they do this and this, they don't want to listen to you. All they want is the money.
They're not got a legitimate reason.
They do. They do have. I am not denying that. In fact, we accept that. It's not something we had said, oh, no. It's yes. They've worked for NEMS. Because I sent some pictures, some videos into you. We walk, not of a smile before the camera. We are shadows. We are the shadow, really. We go to places there where people not go even perceive, say, we go. We go to road networks there, we're terrible. So these workers have been there. They've worked there. They don't work. We need to sleep on it.
Doc, you say the whole of 2025 will not be able for make payment of various entitlements and other issues they want to inherit.
No, for 2025.
2025.
Yes, we've paid all of our salaries.
But this same payment again,
yes,
where you say una don't make so, and the same payments the audit reports they say, although NEMS say they don't make payments, all the claims them where people they make una don't pay. But the auditors then say the term where then go do the audit, no supporting documents, not been there for sure say these payments don't happen, where according to the audit report, the matter then still remain unresolved.
No, I talk about it. I said core in 2025. Now we don't pay for. Those matters are in 2024. So 2024,
which means una still get backlog there.
So let me finish. So 2024, I've gone to court. They don't put me in a court now, doc, because the NASIT court. We've had an engagement with them. We don't meet them and tell them, say, hey, we have to pay you. We're not running away from it. Can we sit down and do a payment plan? We've had that conversation with them. And we don't even begin for pay them payment plan. We don't begin pay them. With NI, we are still not yet there because there are two different sets in Dandy. One, you get withholding tax, they get pay as you earn tax. So then pay as you earn, now we want for going to, because the withholding tax, there were deduction made at some activities there, but the money was not remunerated to NIA. So we get to get clarity on where these deductions were made. So we will speak to.
So why the systems not dey work for government institutions them, like the Ministry of Health? Because when they pull them money there so, now them staff there they earn, but the money they know they go to for the PAYE to NRA, they go to NACIT. Outside the money then they stock.
So you forgive also some leeway to the Minister of Health, because one, you noticed there was a problem. It changed the entire thing. Yes, first of all, let us fix it. Let us make NEMS better than what it was before. And in making that, we should say we start to fix the other problems then. We don't accumulate as a result of probably a broken something will happen sometimes. We never reject Dandy. And when I change the leadership of NEMS, when Dr. Kabaka, he tell you a few things. He said, one, we have to keep NEMS running and we have to fix the other problems. We've kept NEMS running. I can tell you that based on evidence. One, what we did in 2025 alone, in terms of referral, now it exceed we had 2024, 2023, 2022. So it means the leadership noticed that there was a problem, make the necessary changes, and then you see the impact of the changes. 2024, it was a year where we get issues. We're not running away from it. We've accepted it. And there's a plan for it. So as I tell you, when we come here today, I think I'm Minister of Finance. If you ask, if you get the end of December, if you're going to have Minister of Finance, you for the senior every day. If you ask the Minister of Finance, you ask the FS, you ask the AG, I have been saying them because these are issues where we know say don't cause problem.
But for the set of people, yeah, you going at the Ministry of Finance can be a good thing, but waiting them one noise when I go pay them.
So
from waiting you do see from the meetings where they get
yes
at the different ministries and be it finance or anyone way related to this, when the people are going to receive them
so
money.
the good thing I will tell you is, the Ministry of Finance, there's a process. We don't pass one process, two process, three process. We don't at a point where at least if we reach the final process or the final phase, we can able to stand. I'll tell you one thing. It has not been easy for manage your past. It's very, very difficult to manage your past. If you ask Mrs. Songo, I'll tell you I can be solely responsible from when I start going forward. But in this case, we get people away, their livelihood depend on that day. I'll tell you a few things. Being a doctor, being a medical doctor, I don't witness referrals. I don't witness them. I don't witness on a Falaba. I don't witness on a Kailao. I was in the ambulance. I want to see directly what they do. And I could tell you, say, those people there, we probably don't be disenfranchised at some point. That's something they really deserve. And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show them, I'm not going to listen now, say, we are working assiduously, not just something with the sit on pan. And we want for strength, because this is not like a baggage we don't get now. And you have seen, they don't even pull music, they pull a song. It's I'm not looking at how far they go. Me they look at the reality. Because for a driver, they drive 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. For a paramedic, they work in conditions then you don't see vehicles other than they go. They will never give their witness forget. No, it's not fair. It's not fair. So I will assure you and assure them that we'll get to them.
There's also this issue of deep operational weakness within the emergency response system. And yesterday I came across a video of a young lady na a very remote community na Moyamba where for get access to a medical facility for go born. Very young lady. he been going for go through a lot before he be able to get access to medical. Lord, just watch the video quickly, doc. Then you go calmly respond in then cases there. How na can respond to them kind emergency there.
This speedboat car with you today.
This you feel well.
Now I make her say make them cry. They say make them cry. If people that don't talk to her, all they say you papa no get money, you people they no get money. Be an aya. You know they take looking famble they looking more than law. What they say make sure they don't so you know they agree. Okay, the beginning engagement already don't engage. Now 8 centimeter dilated now. Don't the membrane don't rupture.
Okay.
So we want to try for manager now, but the picking say no go able. I even put her at the referral say I therefore send her for further management now because if they above me I not go able. No, it's not easy for low get her so anyway.
Easy. Okay.
It's not easy.
Okay.
We not can get her anyway.
All right.
Okay. Time because I remember there was a time.
Doc, that video the a video of a young lady will be in labor, but to get for sidom na speedboat for cross time for let go get access to medical for let go give birth to in Pekin. And I sure see with the medical term where the midwife will be they talk about before he refer for go to Funkwena, the places that then get the nearest medical facility. In them cases, then kind of emergency then they how I can respond to them.
All right, a few things. Salon gets a very beautiful demographic. If you go to the north, like you get some savannah grassland. If you go like in Falaba, then Kabaland, then they na rocky roads they meet up. Rock them. If you go to the east, then Kailao, then Konode, dense forestation, they make like tick and go follow before the ambulance. If you go to the south, mostly like them riverine communities, then we get swamps, we get islands, and few things I'll start with one thing. One, in responding to that video, they thank you to the one that will provide the support for ensure say the woman gets access to healthcare. Those riverine communities now one of the biggest projects in come 2026. I have been myself, I've been to Dema, I don't go Bond Island, I don't go to the neighboring towns today. We don't do all the DMOs, and even at some point with the deputy minister, we've been going for go do feasibility study on the need probably for get an water ambulance thing. We they wait for certain things then, but it got to do with a ministry leadership decision on the type of ambulance we want for put today.
So you self-agree with waiting the audit report say operational weakness
that is water
from
ambulance.
NEMS.
That is water ambulance. Water ambulance, because the ambulance, what are your perception of an ambulance? Now that must cover the right narrative, not your perception. But there are other countries.
And they talk about the emergency aspect.
Yes,
now.
they come. There are other countries that we get water ambulance, they get air ambulance. So the only thing we know about is land ambulance. Now we move now towards water ambulance for the riverine communities. But before we get there, we get mechanism in place. One, we get focals in the place where they facilitate movement of patients from islands to hospital, like Mount Island. We get a hospital there. From other islands to Matu, we get people who they pay, we get both service system. And one of the things why they push for, why they actually advocate for, now for letting the call line for get access to it. If you, I don't think we might have been involved with that, but if you've been calling 11, let's say you call with number directly, we'll have facilitated a referral for that day. But you know, most people, I'll tell you a story one time when it happened. I see a video one time about a lady when they've been put in a hammock. Mm-hmm. That was an area where Mutkana they reached it. But we got an agreement. See, who side the Mutkana tap? We vehicle pack the. Is there anyone that can move the patient camp? And they move the patient. We receive the patient, we go down to the facility, then do a C-section, patient delivered well. So 3 things we will look at now. We'll look at 1, community ownership. Because I want for do a social media video on something that's happening. But if you don't do the intent bottom, why are we doing this? So that video there was probably not well represented because we all aware of that case we've been monitor the patient. And there was an ambulance, probably the video not be end, that video did not be end. Where the AMOC go puts the patient inside the ambulance. I will send that video to you. But back to this water ambulance. I will admonish people, if you have a case with an obstetric emergency, kindly reach out to NEMS. We get network all over the place. Network all over the place. Like even that boat is so now an emergency medical response boat. That is so. It might not be us. One of the things we're asking for is people are buying ambulances all over the place. Can we get a system wherein we will ensure say the ambulances they're well coordinated? Because if you see a vehicle, a passenger, the guys by an ambulance, the driver go bang somebody, and them should be accused. Alright? So we are moving to a place where every referral should be captured. I will tell you because that data we go for use them for justify what they do. So if I say, let's say, for example, inside 26 and 25, for example, we do more than 13,000 referrals. It means that we will account for every one of the referrals.
You said it's 2026, one of una
2025.
2026.
Oh, 2026.
One of una targets now forgets water
ambulances, yes.
But so I'll just show you one of the video them. The one the way na the road ambulance them, una they get serious challenge with the roads. If we look at the way how una driver and they get stuck.
Yes.
Look how driver and they suffer for let the ambulance them pass.
Yes.
So you know able sustain waiting in a road.
Yes.
Why you want go get waiting in a water?
People need the service.
The one the waiting a road say people need the service, but because of the bad road condition,
that is beyond our
the
control.
system not able to respond.
That is beyond our control. But I will promise you, say every road, every case we happen on land, will they respond to it. That video is so now the challenges we go through, what we go through. If you watch a video, let them play back, please. People ain't going to understand what we go through for good for it. The way you see 2 ambulance back, so it means that the one ambulance will they go. They take the patient, it gets stuck. We get for send another ambulance for go move the patient. If you watch now reverse, you see now waist to waist for move the patient from one ambulance to another. So it will go. This is what we can pull up. This is what we go through every day. These road networks. Well, also it's not. You get things that we need beyond the control. That are one of them. Not so we make road, not so we responsibility. But I will tell you, say, we get 105 ambulances. Every every district, we allocate at least minimum 4 or 5 ambulances.
105 ambulances, but at least 40 grand.
That was 2024.
According to the audit report.
That was 2024.
Una don't repair them.
Aha, let's go there. So 2025, one of the problems we went for fix. Now, we bent on fixing that for enhance with ambulance capacity. And we in fact, one of the first things we do we first of all do now what we call hub and spokes. Before, we maintenance system that we fix on nobody maintenance. Now, we don't get maintenance depot na Bo, maintenance depot na the north, maintenance depot na the east. So anything will happen at Kenema, or Kailau, or Kono, you never can fix on a take the parts, go fix the problem. If na both, take the parts na Bo, go fix the problem. If na the north, take the parts na the north, before you declare. I mean, when there is shortage of parts in this spare part in the area, will they provide support for refill the gaps then?
All right, Dr. Songo, we'll come back to you shortly. Let me just go na the region then now and take updates from we colleague them for know exactly within that happen na some parts them na the Freetown. Because the country, sorry, not to alter no more issues them around Freetown for bring fauna. Sometimes again it can be very interesting for the terrible stories where they come out na the upline parts them na the country. So decide now for they get regional updates so that una go know some of the issues them where they happen na some parts in the country. They try to get reporters them from the region where we can give we various updates them, but waiting they happen. Now then different region, then they tell they get the reporter them from the region. They asked you earlier about the 40 ambulances according to the 2024 audit report. We say then grounded na the Hastings Airfield workshop without them able for repair it. I think we don't get somebody from the region.
All right, we start na Cambia. Also on the phone, we get one of we colleague journalists, when Abraham Fofana Jane. They work for Colenten na Cambia. Good morning, Jane, and welcome to the Breakfast Show live na Freetown.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me this morning. Good morning.
All right, we know say a lot of things can happen at different parts in the country during the week. We don't decide say we go for the get regional updates for bring come the information to people safe within a Freetown and other parts of the country for no waiting they happen at the regions them. For Cambia this week, waiting on a highlight.
Well, just like we say, plenty things they make use, but key get to do with one. I'll start with water business. We know we're going to the dries, and many communities, the streams, the river that they can go, they can get dried. And for Cambia, particularly Cambia 1, Cambia 2. People on the raise serious concern in terms of water business. They know this constraint of water, and Cambia and Asaiwe. Salwako charge you the responsibility for supply water to these two communities. Over a month now, water business will become a challenge to the people. And people pumping on the open outside and go able to get water. Well, according to the station manager for Salwako, Wena Alex P. Kuruma, he said that therefore be as a result of the generator, we for pump the water, we will make people get water for drink and use, get problem. And because of that kind of problem they will get, they don't try at their own level, they're not able. So, pastor, they will for make reports na Freetown, and the team, the engineering team, here for come. They can't try for play their own part where they say not able, and then try for see how best they go na tongue for go get the parts way and bob.
So meanwhile, waiting at the alternative where the people they use because Salwako, the dries, and then they get challenged for get water currently na Cambia. Waiting at the alternative where the people they use for get water.
Well, this now the plenty question where plenty people be don't ask before this time in case of any challenge. And this don't be let me say now something. We term like this we people can get face challenge for get water. The machine will say go boil and will say the water don't dry for me the water they go for supply to the people. All of these issues we don't come up. But there is no alternative setting or putting in place. And furthermore on this area, there was a project where the Minister of Water and Sanitation and also Salwako we don't can launch. But over 3-4 years now, plenty people only ask questions, including with the journalists themselves, as to what they carry on with regards to that particular project be, with an extension of this particular one where Japanese them we don't can make years back, so there is no headway where we all not able to forget as to how things they go, including stakeholders them. We also food on the time for interface with follow get an headway as to waiting the happy with together extension because the community don't big, the population don't increase, and so that made the time for Sierra they cover that project, but nothing no they go on.
So wait, also people they get water currently. Are there streams? Whose water then they use currently?
Plenty people where they live by the riverside, then they go get na the river. Some people where they don't forget about their old water well. Now they go now they go get water, now the water well. So people will get pump, we draw, make their own pump, now they compound, now they hose, so they some nearby themselves they come for get water for drink. So now so things they carry up. But it's really challenging for a lot of people, for Cambia 1, Cambia 2, especially Cambia 2 in a populated community. People all depend on into that for men and get water. And Cambia 2, not like Cambia 1, we go see go na river or then get plenty water well there wey some man forget. Plenty people dey build now, they not even remember say for dig water well or get a pump na in house or in compound, so they just focus on this salwako the water where they can supply. But a lot of people be don't suggest say for make salwako, go able for see how they get these bouncers, put in some strategic area as a way for make they able for get money, for men and get money. Now other way than they, but not able for happen it where we don't know where the problem lies. We don't know if na the headquarters and the minister, the headquarters of Freetown or waiting the management they try for do for Sierra Leone. But
Janet, before you left, apart from the water issue, we know say schools that are reopened for the second term. And how will it happen at Cambia? How did it turn out like as schools reopen? We know say the Sierra Leone Teachers Union be don't raise concern but backlog subsidies where government be supposed for pay them. Learning day in session as schools don't reopen for the second term?
Yes, for Cambia, learning the carry on, picking the go school. It's just that no more there are some schools them effective, since this is the first week of the reopening of the second term, so like effective now. Let me say some parts them now the districts, not only in the township of Cambia, but some parts now the districts effective based on findings, because of the challenges them way they and how some school picking themselves and the parents them all inclusive, okay, take a look at things we can book learning business, but in a whole, I mean, the turnouts within another part again, just as some parts at the districts, chiefdom level, community level, not too much effective.
All right, many thanks for the updates where you give it this morning.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
All right, well, that's Abraham Jane, a colleague journalist from Cambia, where they tell we within exactly the happen at Cambia. As we all know, the 2026 year just begin. They try to get various updates from some parts of the country. We just hear it from Cambia. We hear it from somebody else inside the program shortly. As we try to get we colleague them na the region for let them give we updates. But waiting they happen. We still get Dr. Songo Koidoyoma, which we na the studio we na the Chief Executive Officer for the National Emergency Medical Services. So they give we updates and respond to some concern them we get for do with problems where they happen with the National Emergency Medical Services. So don't talk about different things them way the audit report highlight and save some backlog of problem where according to them it say them been inherit, but then they try now for fix some of them problems there. But I will ask you about the status of the 40 ambulances we grounded na Hastings Airfield for a very long period of time without una no repair them. But you say una be able for repair them, and the audit reports being also state say 24 ambulance them be involved in road accident as of 2024 where the reports come on, and then they under review. And also the accidents them according to the audit report they happen because of the driver they not get training and also poor maintenance of the vehicles.
Well, okay, now I can't respond to 2024, but I will just say a few things that we don't do towards Sunday. One, we've done extensive maintenance. In fact, if you get time, you go now we workshop. We don't do massive upgrades to it now. In fact, now it can be what you call a Minister of Health depot, where we go to the maintenance all we Land Cruisers then because all we ambulance are Land Cruisers, and also ensure say we able get a system for them. I will tell you a few things. One, with that workshop worker enhanced, because one of the first we do one of the workshop system, we see the things that we see, and the things that we see then correct. So we embark on massive. First of all, we charge the ambulance them. The one that we can make, the one that we will not get for make, and the one that we did beyond repairs. And we do that firstly. We will isolate them. They want to do a quick fix, like light bulb, like brake pad, like accelerator cable. They want to fix them. We come there, we go to the one them we na midterm one, we get involved like then gearbox and everything. We begin for hire a gearbox specialist. We get a contract. It fix gearbox then now. And not only fix gearbox na Freetown, whenever gearbox will in the upline, would they send and go apply for go fix the gearbox them. Now one of the specialists and they would send only for go apply for go fix gearbox.
Just hold on for a few minutes. Just go na Kailahon. Usai we get Augustine Tamba Thomas. We na reporter for SLBC Radio Kailahon. Good morning, Augustine.
Yes, good morning, and good morning to the
Happy New Year.
I wish you all the same. Thank you.
All right, so we all know the new year don't begin. We try forget updates from the regions for know exactly waiting at some of the highlights of 2025. And as the year just begin, waiting at some of the key challenge them where people na Kailahon they face presently, especially where camp and the basic necessities them.
Well, as you exactly say, the new year don't start, and Kailahon, specific, the district in general, they're facing some challenges. Of course, first of all, we tell God thank you for the life, although a lot of people lost their life, a lot of people sick. But for we all their life, we want to tell God thank you. And Kailahon, as I say, they're facing some challenges. When you come at dry season, now Kailahon, one of the major challenges we they face now, so as residents in the district, now the issue of water business. As I talk to you in we programs and radio and the coverage that we can do in their communities, then with the system, there are communities where from way before the war time, where they didn't get pumped. They hand dog pump them up till now, now that then they use. So when they say dry season, before then they say February to March, the water don't dry. So a lot of them challenges and the communities and they now swamp then they go get water. As I talk to you, now swamp then they go get water for drink and for do plenty other works and then one part of the challenges and we Kailahon is facing currently, and the other one now the issue of thief business, theft cases they go on increase. As I talk to you, Kailahon is known for cocoa. Where now one part of this system where they do well in terms of cocoa business in the country. And this year there were a lot of challenges in the area of prices, no prices business. So young people some of the young people have been tired of Oja for thief business. They know they listen to authorities up and down, do what they're supposed to do, or satisfy themselves, even though they discourage the other people. And this don't result to fighting. Some man they gonna bush with nerve. A community close to Kailahon, when like 17 miles, Chendembu, for example, they don't hold somebody they nabush, chap they should be in a court. And the rest of other things that they happen. So still in one of the major things that one day again when Kailahon people they facing now as they approach the deeper dry season. And of course the road connection. Maybe I want to tell you say Kailahon get some kind of terrible road then if they tell you for reaching a certain communities. You remember the road connection, you don't want to go there. So road connection to some of them communities is also another major challenge where it don't result to the point now that people don't see they don't want to wait on government, they don't want to wait on council, they don't want to wait on no other person. Then they take up their responsibility then they for like maintenance their road them. About 4 or 5 communities who start working even within this weekend. Then they call say okay, Augustine or SLBC will come monitor we start with the work. We don't want to wait for nobody again. Because then they explain to me saying from before wartime where they know they cry for road business, for water business, for other developments. They know they get them. They know they see nobody where they come now their aid. So major challenges we are facing now currently as a district level.
I remember the last time we talked to you in 2025, been get to do with the issue of Yenga and the displaced people and maybe there is concern that time. From that time when we talked to you to now, anything don't change regarding that situation there?
Yenga issue na Kailahon district, it's all like we don't use the system. We are adapted to the system and we look at them saying nothing not going for change. Currently, as we talk, the reason being is that Yenga issue from that time to now, nothing not change it. In fact, we made for understand say even this mapping or cartography way they go on for this 2026 census is supposed to take place by December. People are not able to reach na that side there because the Guineans they don't occupy that place there. They're not allowed nobody for go do anything we concern development for salon at that place. So nothing not change it. The Yenga issue still there as it was in 2025.
What about the school turnout for the second term? Schools and they in session na Kailan?
That is also another challenge. It's unlike a custom or tradition to the people of Kailan. When any term school open, whether first, second, or third term, the first 1 to 2 weeks, the attendance can be very poor. The authorities don't raise concern, they don't try for create awareness, but it's a challenge. Kailan is also known for this traditional practices we get for deal with society, and the rest of other things them. So when the camp, most especially December, school don't open in January, the first week from Monday to today, as they talk to you, they see nobody. Nobody, no picking, they see inside uniform for go school. When school open by Monday, the 5th, this past Monday, we make a move. Now, some of the major schools them within the township of Kailan, to be specific, we go now, their schools, and there are about 4 to 5 schools them. Now, only teachers they meet principal, they meet some teachers, but they meet no picking, who will try for doing interview, who try for raise concern, even to the parents and authorities then. That's how they tell you, say, now, so this system don't turn like they don't try, they know they apply effort and picking them, or some of the congregation where they hold on them picking them now us for the send them picking them where school open. But nothing no change it. The situation still the same as I talk to you, the school and the authorities and the teachers and the but no picking not in a school as I talk to you.
Before you left because we topic na the breakfast show this morning, we get somebody from the National Emergency Medical Services. Let me just know na Kailan in terms of responding to medical emergencies where can happen. How is it like in other parts of the country?
Well, it's a bit better. It's a bit better for Kailan because we don't get some challenges in terms of the emergency response, as you mentioned, because Kailan been lacking some major medical facilities where it can for emergency business. We didn't get shortage in terms of the medical equipment as I talk to you. Machines or equipment like the X-ray machine and plenty other machines them be not been there in function for over the years. For like 2 or 3 years back, we've been getting this X-ray machine at Kailan, but it not been functional. A lot of people raise concern for make that machine be functional. They don't try, they don't put that one in order, and of course the medical store self the function because we get some basic medicine them now. So even though we can get challenges along the line, but it's a bit better. And as I talk to you, there is this Banya family we get for deal with Andrew Banya in the overseas. Himself done because he say na some of the soil na indigenous of Kailan. He don't even put together some of the equipment where Kailan government hospital need. Where they've been lacking, they don't put together. And this morning, are they within the hospital premises? Who say they can't do that donation day to the Kailan government hospital administration for let them continue their work for one.
All right, many thanks, Augustine Samba Thomas, for that update where we get from Kailan districts as in a reporter for SLBC Kailan, now colleague journalist, they give you updates on waiting to happen in that part of the country as highlights for Kailan districts.
All right, so we'll get more updates from the regions, and also we will continue for talk to Dr. Songo Koidoyoma, the Chief Executive Officer for the National Emergency Services. As this morning, we look at some of the challenges where the emergency response they get now some parts them now the country, not to just free tongue all the time. It's necessary self we know the struggles of the people them where they live now the upline parts them. We'll continue for bringing updates from the regions as this now one of the things that we add to the breakfast show for this year. Coming back to you, Doc, we talk about the ambulance system and some of the one them where can get accidents because the drivers them not inexperienced and safe. Some of the vehicle them not can go through repairs and maintenance.
So it means like you always talk one thing. You say NEMS, we ambulance them. Now we are the ambassador of the Ministry of Health. Because you go say, now we sick now you go to the hospital. I lie. But you sick or you not sick, you see ambulance they pass. If your ambulance driver, he drive bad, he drive a drunk, or he check, or he take tramadol or kush or anything, you go say the Ministry of Health, they're all the smoke kush. I lie. So one of the first thing we'll do first, once we work on the maintenance thing, I forget a serious change of mindset. We driver them. If we catch you, they drink rum, you smell rum by you are sacked on the spot. Not so like when you say they go back, no, you're on the spot. If you get evidence say you drunk, you drink rum and drive, we'll sack you. Secondly, now we don't do what you call before we get issue with GPS. Now we get GPS tracker. Every ambulance, we not almost reach 100% it, but we don't go above 75% of all vehicles. They all get GPS tracker. We don't know certain day at every given point in time. If we call the driver, we'll say, in fact, my director of operations, get one new work now, we can tell me, say, you know, remove in WhatsApp, you know, get new WhatsApp. So that the WhatsApp is saying that the GPS, because he monitors the GPS religiously. Because Dr. Kabaki always say, if we mistake now, then what we go talk now? So that leadership drive, where would they carry they go? One, now for change the mindset of the drivers them, maintenance of vehicle them. And I'll tell you, say, there are sometimes who driver than the at fault. There are sometimes the community, them, maybe other person. Look like recently, there was an accident. We went truck na Tonkolini. It go bang me ambulance. The ambulance we get patient inside the patient die, the man. He died, the driver die. So we did manage all them challenge them. So not so we, if that ambulance have been brand new ambulance, I mean new ambulance. The ambulance the reckon beyond repairs. The person will defend the person not here. So these are the challenges we face every day. So yes, even though we I mean Guinea number plate. Guinea number plate. So we ambulance that will tell you say one, if I now will do 3 maintenance.
So the family of Leone will be the inside will die.
that was a whole trauma. A whole trauma.
It's us now.
It's an ongoing psychosocial support now they parade now with them, because not only them, even with driver. I'd be a very young, popular man at my 91. It was a serious thing at number one. That's what for 7 people and go to my 91. We go Caribbean. But it's I just tell you the challenges that they face. Where they beyond we control. A driver when they drive, I mean ambulance come on my 91, and they go towards go left patients na Maboka. Along the way, one saw come on na ping, I can bang me driver. Inside a lane, na bridge. He killed the driver, he killed the below man, he killed the below man, family will be in out like ambulance. But we still continue for work. We staff them be demotivated, some they say they left the work. We have to continue to motivate them back. So all the other things that we you say, I will tell you, say, we don't try in the NEMS. The leadership of the Minister of Health, they wrap up with like hawk. Because like you say, if you don't get NEMS right, then the Minister of Health don't fail. Those are the words. So we are the ambassadors there. So that make we very particular about how they behave themselves, how they compare. Me driver, then they get this, they understand themselves. They know exactly what me stand for. Because the one where the supervise me, Dr. Kaba, and the minister, they're not to take excuses. You have to provide results. And now, yesterday there was a meeting with the minister. He said, this is the president talk about, we've seen a year of action. So NEMS only left owner. So we still get the owners. In fact, when we get for engaged staff the next week, we have to make them understand, say, this year, whatever we don't do 2025, we for double them. Because it means that now NEMS still work. We don't increase your accessibility. We call things right now. If you call at any time in the work, you accommodate. We don't increase, we don't enhance your availability. For access winner one, follow available another one. And now we get a system where we interact with all hospitals in the country.
Because that's what they were asked just to say.
Yes.
Based on all what you don't talk here this morning,
yes,
is it safe for say every hospital where a government establishment all over the country wanna get a working system there?
Yes. I will tell you authoritatively. How? So we get what you call referral coordinators. At every hospital, we get an embedded staff there. So if a case comes on at PHU, let's say Mambolo, for example. Mambolo, you get case where you are moved to Cambia. You dey call the call center for Mambolo. Mambolo, they call the fire coordinator within Nakambia. Say, hello. Case they come on Mambolo, they come Nakambia Hospital. Your own job now for ensure say you notify the hospital leadership, we are the MS and the secretary and the matron. For ensure say one, if the patient need blood, then begin find blood. If the patient here for going to theater, then begin get the theater ready. If the patient here for need lab services, then get her ready. If the patient need further referral, then get her ready. So when the patient they come, and then they can't begin waiting an ambulance, the patient they can't ready, they pack an ambulance, they wait until space. No. In fact, it don't get to a point, I will tell you this is something we really the bother your head now. The hospital in the full. Because they say when we walk past back, we clog the system. Because every case we need for being referred, we move and go.
So how about the 85 ambulance thing? Maybe they operate without oxygen cylinders.
Yes. One thing again I will tell you about the Ministry of Health. Now the fact is we don't get what you call oxygen locations in the country. Today, one of the biggest gap we've been get for refill the oxygen. Because you call a patient, let's say you come Kailao come, then you go Kailao back, Kailao not been get an oxygen plant. You go McKinney not been get, or maybe McKinney been gets, but Kai not been gets. Or the same McKinney been go down. You go Falaba, plants holiday. If you watch right now, there's been extensive improvements on availability of oxygen plants.
Since when?
This past year, 2024, 2025. If you go on most facilities, you're going to be surprised when you go find oxygen plants today.
Because at the same 2024, 9 the audit report states
Yes.
some of them things there.
Yes. 2025, I will say more than that I can speak to. If you go to Kailao, for example, oxygen plants today. You go to Kenema, for example, oxygen plants today. You go to Kono, for example, oxygen plants.
As of 2025?
Yes, 2025. Functional one.
How about the delays of fuel supply?
That is not happening again.
Because I remember a colleague of mine, sister get accident na Port Loco.
Yes.
Then go na the government hospital. Now then get for pull the money because the hospital say fuel no they for put inside the ambulance. But because them be want for carry it and a freeton, then pull part of your money, go buy fuel, put it inside the ambulance.
That might not be a NEMS ambulance. It might be a hospital ambulance.
So how na go identify NEMS ambulance? How is different from the hospital? Now government hospital.
So we are aligning that. We ambulance they all get stickers then. They get NEMS sticker. But we are aligning forget the entire referral system together. So let's talk to you about fuel. Initially we get challenged with fuel. So you know what to do? The money we'll get, we'll not play blow out. We're gonna NP. We'll pay for an NP. Why? NP gets a vast network of fuel stations in every district. So when they argue with them, we don't go pay to NP. We'll just send a list. After that, we don't do fuel management committee review. We check who's get fuel, who's not get fuel. We don't reach what you call the half tank. Every district get what you call a half tank. As you don't begin reach half tank, for request. So before they reach the quarter tank now, fuel for don't get embossed. So when we get that call, we get what you call a fuel management committee with a job that for ensure say they're able to account for every liter.
I still want to understand the difference between the NEMS hospital,
NEMS
ambulances and the
hospital ambulances.
Hospital ambulances. So, not so on an ambulance then they are the government hospitals.
So not so all hospitals then they will get so okay let's say it this way. So we initially was built. If you go back with time, initially, I said we're having a project. A project we meant for move patients then from primary health to secondary health. That was our initial concept. But now, because of the extensive development where they go now, we move even from secondary health now to tertiary health, which I mean by that. From let's say Port Loco, so Cambia to Port Loco to Freetown. NEMS initially was not designed like that. So that means at some hospitals, regional hospitals, Nembo, Port Loco, even Kono, Kenema, they get their hospital ambulances. We are from the hospital. We managed by the hospital management. So NEMS, we're not based at the hospital. We are in between. We're not like when you go say where you get two braids up and down. Now we're not the sun. Now we're in between. Now when they go up, can down, come up. Then one they then based at the hospital. You get some cases where they go need for move when a non-emergency case. Then we remove emergency cases only. So in fact, now one of the criteria where I will tell you about referrals, so unfortunately probably will not be nobody per day or something. But I will tell you, say, every accident within 24 hours for move that patient to an NEMS over. Free. Because that accident day, within 24 hours, the doctor will see that patient, they go don't decide, say, I can manage her or I cannot manage her.
So how can handle situation wherein the hospital, perhaps the ambulance will be on standby, not available, but an emergency occur?
Call me. When you fire coordinator day. The fire coordinator is better in the hospital. In fact, you get office day. Any emergency, he is involved. Any case when for be referred, he is involved.
How about the accident, the ambulance where them being report say identify without any police report?
2024.
Yes.
The investigation not right now, Nandi. Because who said they ask questions them, but a police case that day, so I can't comment on that. The investigation is ongoing. Because that is something I cannot answer to.
Some of them failures there, so where the reports highlight. All right, quickly, when they come back to you, Dr. just joined with colleague Melvin Tijan Mansare, where they on the phone. As we all know, Melvin been get some issues with the Parliament of Sierra Leone. Osai Ibide reports for over 10 years, it don't be reported. But Parliament been banned inside last year, say enough for report again at Parliament because of some statements that will be make na one radio station where Parliament been subject to investigation before the disciplinary committee and SLAG and other body then be don't intervene. But up till now the ban still there on. A year on. Good morning, Melvin.
Thank you very much for having me. Good morning, Khadija, and on our viewers and followers all across the world.
All right, this issue not new. We don't they give extensive coverage on from the time where the ban been slammed on you, and 1 year now. How it take for the out of Parliament as a reporter? We don't they for over 10 years they report on parliamentary sittings and other issues. Then we don't they come out from Parliament.
Khadija, I want to say a very troubling, a very heartbreaking, and a very painful. And certainly, personally, I begin by thanking Liberty, all other media institutions, other organizations like SLAG, and in partners them for the overwhelming interest so they don't get over this matter. But unfortunately, Khadija, as you said, tomorrow go mark 1 year exactly where the speaker been declared me persona non grata. And I think say it's good that looking back, the disappointing news there, nothing has changed, despite enormous calls from people at home and abroad, in government and outside government, yet still nothing has changed. Efforts from the press gallery, the Hearing Association of Journalists, all not able to move results. Even calls by international organizations that this issue be channeled through the IMC. That was not also done. Instead, Khadija and all members have been there before the Privileges Committee, who say during that hearing, my lawyer not be allowed for talk, they not be allow me for read me full statement. And if you follow the full live stream, you will find out that I was coerced to tender an apology. We, according to what's in the Ethics Committee say, I for do on a radio democracy, for do on all social media platform, and I forgot to back and digging at the well of Parliament. That, again, yet to be done. And unfortunately, with the Ethics Committee, Khadija tabled a report. Then look at the matter that here it should be resolved. But unfortunately, while the chairperson did table the report to SLPP MPs, Honorable Dixon Rogers and Honorable Brian Mansayeda, they moved a motion say the report will be debated. Unfortunately, it was the last burial of that report. And the debate's not be old, and the session, not the second session been done. We make by default that report they not get any substance anymore. So it's very painful, Khadija. And if I say the constant impact, Khadija, is huge. It's not in the parliamentary update group. Now one side way people are always really go to forget the latest news about Parliament. Because of that ban, Khadija, that's not possible again, and that's not one big impact. But of course, Khadija, I've been play a role for a Japanese university as an assistant researcher to one of them professors. Because of the ban, that contract was terminated. And of course, when I know I'll be always there for coordinate the ECOWAS Parliament, anything, and then a salon. That's again a go with as a result of the ban. Khadija, one other painful thing they happened this 1 year and that FAP, they conducted training for parliamentary journalists on anti-FGM. My name was actually included, but once it was published, many people come out for say, oh, it should be removed because they don't want to offend the parliament. So that again was so disappointing. It's so many. Of course, me role as the dean for the Salon Caucus for the Africa Parliamentary Press Network. It's ever affected because I need to get the physical presence in the parliament for coordinate the members there. And Khadija, this is the interesting thing among the bitterness is the fact that as recent as last November, the government, one of the government ministries, then they want to go cover an activity in Abuja. But unfortunately, where the communications director can get back to me, the first question they asked now that maybe waiting at the status of your ban. So of course they use diplomacy and that not be materialized, and that be quite devastating also because for me I was looking at it as an opportunity for the fact that it's the government extending that invite to begin to mend the indifferences, but that also no work. And of course, Khadija, I was a parliamentary correspondent for Epic Radio, but because I'm not in parliament, what is there to report if you are not physically there? It's so huge. And ultimately, Khadija, I think this is the big thing. We're not to just Melvin, this the affect section 13, this along people and the rights.
Melvin,
yeah.
All them delay there where they happen for let the leadership of parliament be lift the ban on you as a journalist when they report na parliament. You think say na personal grievance the MP then get against you or then just one go according to the parliamentary procedures?
Well, I think it's a mix. If it comes to parliamentary procedure, partly for say this matter not for even in a parliament, if we're in an IMC because you get to do with journalists. How can parliament be a judge in its own cause? And so the issue of MPs, I want to use the word some. Some for the fact that people like Honorable Abukago, people like Honorable Machilita, people like Honorable Mohamed Bangura, and several other MPs are no say don't they make moves for let the speaker series in, but deliberately the speaker has been reluctant.
So to say the speaker is sole decision, Melvin?
The speaker announced the decision, and from what we know, now they announced the ban, and if it's going to be lifted, now the speaker back there for lift.
I ask you because you just make mention, say, some MPs them don't try for talk to the speaker for let the ban be lifted, but up till now, that not happen yet. Now make I ask you, if you feel say this now the speaker in sole decision for continue for keep you out of parliament.
Absolutely, yes. Because it was the sole decision of the speaker that announced that without even I was given a hearing or invited or someone. The speaker took upon himself. If you go back to the video, he expressed a lot of personal grievances on a personal note, but generally also that he didn't use a caveat say he don't get complaint from some MPs. Do not mistake the names of those MPs, but what was visible and what is on record, that a decision taken by the speaker unilaterally and authoritatively.
So since the last time where you get updates on this issue on Liberty TV, from the parliament side, based on the negotiations they already done, they make attempts from different people for talk to them. Waiting specifically don't come from them as a reason why the indefinite suspension is still on.
Specific reason is that the speaker is not entertaining conversation around that. Even moves by, for example, Gallery, I was told that at some point the speaker warned them for Pullmont and the talk. So it's very clear that the speaker is unwilling to entertain all these moves. For example, Sludge, the outgone president of Sludge, was so disappointed that several attempts for meet with the administration and the speaker were not fruitful. And when it eventually happened, the assurances where Sludge get not be materialized. So it's clear that the the impediment is the speaker himself, with the and whatever he does there, it's about him and integrity.
You personally don't ever make attempts for talk to the speaker by yourself?
Not at all, but many other people don't try to do so maybe have.
Melvin, since you said this not the speaker in sole decision for keep you out of parliament based on some personal issues where you self agree say it gets with you, I go ask you the question. This not a way for continue for keep critical journalists in silence?
Absolutely yes, because the speaker in personal vendetta is say they don't be the single most opposition to almost within the up in a parliament, and you don't know what you want, and therefore that's a message to other journalists. We still say they can just critique or criticize parliament for let them advise themselves. And ever since that means January 1 criticism day, many people say criticisms from parliamentary journalists on parliament. So it's not only silence in me, but also serving as a chill on the spines of other parliamentary journalists, them not to be critical. We also affect accountability and transparency from the legislative standpoint.
All right, Melvin. Thank you very much. Where you talked to me this morning. We continue for be hopeful and wish you all the best as you still do your journalism now other area them. In fact, now you don't even they do some critical analysis on national issues. Thank you, Melvin. We talked to me this morning. That's Melvin Tijana.
Thank you very much.
A colleague journalist will be they express in frustration because Parliament don't ban him not for reports na Parliament for over 1 year now. And according to Melvin, in believes say this na a personal issue where the speaker gets against them. We continue the breakfast show and we still get Dr. Sogo Koidoyoma, where na the Chief Executive Officer for the National Emergency Medical Services. He don't respond to so many issues them we get for do with the effectiveness of the emergency response and how effective the ambulances then they. And some of them problems there, according to Dr. Koidoyoma, is saying are problems that we they inherit and then acknowledge say the problems then be able and they try for fix some of them problems there. So I would ask you earlier about the 100 staff that we've been tender resignation in 2024 because of the failures of the system, and then staff there so then they wait for some of them benefits them.
Correct. You see, then staff they resigned. There was a reason why they resigned. Why? There was a reason, and I wish I know the reason.
So the other people they say now because of the failures of the system.
One of the first things we'll do first actually, because we notice there will come there are a lot of gaps, staffing gaps, and there was them presently. So the first point of contact was we reach out to them again. Most of them we left, we recruit them back because we tell them say they were like, what is the assurance that it can be better? So we give them the assurance and we don't live to award. Because for 1 year we've lived to award that we don't provide in terms of all the needs them. In fact, the only thing we will owe them 2020, like I always say, I say this is gonna be one of the first time we would the whole year we pay everything. We pay on our salary, we pay on our NASIT, we pay on our tax, and we even pay on our leave allowances. Because it's enshrined in the contract that they served. It's something we plan to do. And with something we get for do. Okay, somebody can say Dr. So are you imagine that? I say, well, me a doctor, I'm not a politician. I can just say the thing because I know say with a mindset, then with leadership and with clarity, it can be done.
All right, Doc. So many messages don't come in. We go carry it now so that you will get opportunity for respond to the one that when are concerns where the people want for get answers from. At the beginning for read first from the YouTube channel. Also the very first message we are going to take from Jibrila Dumbuya is say the ambulance system have to understand the road network of the country and also rush hours for each day. So the drivers will use the fast, safe and alternative routes to arrive on time.
All right, so they look at more messages. Ibrahim Baikoma, they say, have been following the issue of these ambulances from NEMS There are a lot of issues surrounding the ambulances that the executive director they didn't want to talk about, but Citizens Rights Network Sierra Leone will be coming out with a fact-finding report to expose NEMS illegal activities.
All right, more messages. This one from David M. Thorley. He said, Doc, is there any other option apart from waiting for water ambulances? Me and you know say forget water ambulance na ages, so please tell us other options.
Abubakar Tairu Tarawali, big respect to Dr. Songo Koidoyoma, CEO of NEMS, for this insightful and timely discussion. Your leadership continues to strengthen the credibility of NEMS, and your openness in addressing both the impact and challenges of the institution reflects integrity, accountability, and a genuine commitment to national development. Thank you for your clarity, professionalism, and courage you bring to public service. Sierra Leone's more leaders who educate, engage, and inspire with facts and vision. Keep up the great work, Doc. This is Italic Nadokin Padi.
And this one again from Jibrila is say, what are the types of technologies the ambulance are using and how effective are these to administer emergency cares? Do the technologies cater for all types of patients or specifies?
This one they say, Mrs. Mabel, please ask Doc how about the payments for the frontliner that they laid off duties without salary.
This one said, Doc, I am sure the essence of ambulance is to respond to emergencies. How many minutes it takes to rescue a patient in a critical condition, considering road network and how old some of the ambulances are?
Daniel Jaffoy, good one, Dr. Sogo Koidoyoma. Really, you have transformed NEMS, Mr. Game Changer.
All right, more messages. This one from Kube is say, no let computer if not free. All right, we'll replace that particular message there.
Milaso, they take John Dalton Conte. Please ask him to tell us why his administration dismissed staff with text message and even without benefits.
This one from Provinces Dominic is say it's sad and disheartening that our medical system in the country are still poor. No wonder there are high maternal mortality rates is increasing.
All right, from the messages they come back to Dr. Songo.
Yes, please. First of all, I go out for thank you to all the one for the comments, them, the honest comments, them. And for me, it's nice that we get a platform where probably all man the and then they understand. And so anybody who gets, like as somebody say, with the illegal activities there, we are open to waiting for the reports and listen to waiting and get for say. And thank God, the platform there where they create an opportunity for them to listen to your own side back. So and all the one that we talk, of course, you go say me there. I thank you very much, but I'm for respond to the one that more we ask concerns them, we border on critical issues them. One, I want to show you something. You see now, I monitor a vehicle in the worker. If you watch, I will show you. Where they come out Hastings as I speak. And the monitor right now. What's like this right now? And the monitor how long you get for take from Hastings.
Through GPS.
Through GPS. Each of our ambulances get GPS. And if you watch now, you will see most of them. This is just a summary of them. The one that are within in red, now pack them back. Oh, sorry, it's not turn and here. Then you see. I only for see good. I need for work on that part. If you see, you will find out say most of the one that are within in dark.
It's okay.
You okay?
It's okay.
Where they in dark, now the one that we pack. The one that we they in green, then they move. It's a way for monitor with vehicles them. And we did one. Water ambulances. Currently, what we do right now? We get 3 people them who get an MOU with, then get both of them. Then they move patients them from their riverine communities to hospitals. When they move them, they enter under book. Then go to the DMO. The DMO approve and certify say they don't do the movement. then they send them bill to we. We pay them. Currently, that's what we do right now. And then it don't significantly help the environment communities them. That person when they talk say maternal mortality they increase. Bro. 110 for the tell you 10 back. The maternal mortality don't reduce significantly. That salon way they will say the salon known for high maternal mortality, high infant mortality. That is what we are changing by enhancing the referral capacity. Because when the referral system work, people are left for die. If you have move patients from point A to point B, because waiting the patient need not at point A, now the referral services. Now we talk about that. If we talk say we don't improve, I would like you few data then. For example, in 2022, we do total referrals of 3,000. In 2023, referrals of 6,745. In 2023, we do 6,042. 2024, 6,745. 2025, guess what much we do? We do 13,000. These are the amount of referrals that we do. Well, like if you add all the other 3 years then backward, it not even reach you to do 1 year. It means that we don't make efforts for enhanced capacity. I mean, talk about two things before we get interrupted. I talk about accessibility. I also talk about availability. Now they feel kinds of. I tell you, say the feel, what they pay na NP. NP they distribute our fear stations them. We not fear station they go no more. We go to cheat them, we pack your ambulance them, they fear them. And I go tell you authoritatively, we not get no ambulance. We not get fear. We go see fear not inside in a lie. That is not true. That is totally not true. If I also do so, they pay in advance. If you ask NPI, they will say they get money for you for fear. Because if I will get an MOU with them, sometimes they will maybe we'll late for pay, then go supply we because we get that trust. They say when they supply we they pay them. When they give fear to work out in a filo, go to the fear station, you go to your fear book, Patrix, you request, you enter them, then sign for them, and when you sign for them, you get for accounts for them. We don't sack two staff them, we don't account for more than 100 liters of fuel over time. How can you not account for 100 liters? What's happen when you drink? The fuel is supposed to go into the ambulance for support referral process. If you wait in charge of that these 6 days, wait for ensure the fuel go there, not go there. Now we'll do accountable. John Dalton now be a worker of NEMS. It's so unfortunate way you say Osaka with a text message. It's unfortunate actually. Because one, we go to call NEMS are contract services. That's what they do. We give everybody 1 year contract. Everybody get 1 year contract. When you reach 11 months, we give of end of contract notification to every staff. It means say NEMS get the prerogative for either renew contract or not renew contract. So when you say sack, we sack only the one that will commit crime. We don't account for. I guess one of the things we make we very strict that the leadership will get. Let's talk about always say if person misbehave, pull and commodity like our person we can work. So when they make that soft corner say, okay, you receive 1,000 liters left. No. I don't come up Pujon. I don't go Pujon. I don't go meet the doc within a Pujon. Doc na district operation coordinator. And then we account for X amount of fuel. I say, give me an account of the fuel we use. And then we account for. We say, okay, you know what happen? Commodity first. A lot of person go there, we do the work with less fuel consumption or misuse or abuse, and you can't tell me how the fuel go. And that's now one way we would ensure say every district get fuel. And also now, before there was this parallelism between Ministry of Health and NEMS. No. NEMS now a component of the Ministry of Health. We answer to as head of NEMS, I answer to the director of hospital and ambulance services, then to Dr. Kaba, and then you see how the line they go. Before NEMS was like the post like it was an individual entity we can do anything. But when the problem come, now Ministry of Health then they blame. So now Ministry of Health don't claim ownership of the institution. Now make we very, very much strict about certain things then. And we don't sack anybody. They want to complain say we sack them. No. They don't go to ombudsman. They went there. That's in the ombudsman office. I wonder why the cow just not come back now. Because the ombudsman writes we reply, we provide the evidence. So when you don't reach 11 months of your contract, we give you notification. And it's so unfortunate because we send an email. You also you been work offline. You do offline, you have no service notification. We get every mail. When you contact done, we review your appraisals. If you know what you do what you for do, you know work well, you know how work on time, you never account for people. People, government fear. You fear where they put contribute to. Because government good money. Fear.
Doc, them mobile clinic them. Then they under your supervision?
No. Unfortunately, they're not under my supervision. I cannot speak to that.
Alright, so the wrap up, in case somebody they watch you or they in a situation who say emergency they happen,
yes,
where they know say perhaps they need ambulance or something waiting for them.
Call the number 075 033 300 400. Sorry, 031 also for the user number. Call the number anytime. Anytime call the number. Then you can call her now, Seth. You can call her 2 in the morning, not call her while I didn't answer. Call her 4 in the morning, call her anytime. Because they no say if you never get we, I can always tell my staff they say, I say when we miss for dual referral, we don't put one life at risk. All the referrals we don't do so. If you accumulate and you translate into words, it means say we don't save one life. Because this is not the ministry idea. For instance, the Ministry of Health, one day being the minister going to media, you just see how you talk with the authority or somebody who knows in the ban, and somebody where they set expectations and not they take excuses.
So from where you are sitting,
yes,
also you go see the system of emergency response we come na salon. Also the system there now, mid, high, low.
I can't take all that praises. The community will be better possibly. But one thing I will tell you is there's work to be done. There's much work to be done.
So the system not the function?
No. It functions, it works. But we can improve it. We can make it better. Dr. Kaba, in ideal vision, now for make a response, I forever speak to that. Response time for be less than 10 minutes. Now I make with ensure say at every location, at every district. In fact, recently on Christmas Day, I was in Koindu. Because the Koindu ambulance will give problem. We go replace the Koindu ambulance. And Kailao, I don't go all sides country. I don't go as far as Sambab and Dugu na Tonkolili. We for sure say every catchment area gets a vehicle way accessible. So that case they, in fact, we'll be catching during season. Dry season right now, I can tell you that we run. We go there. Within 10 to 15 minutes, we should be there. Picking the patient. Now the challenge will be picking the patient. That was the challenge. Now we can pick it quickly and move it to the facility.
So as we speak now, Salon gets a functioning emergency response system.
Yes. Functionally.
Okay.
If it is functional, you have to emphasize that functionally. And if effective.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Sogo. We talked to we this morning and give updates about Usai, the system they now and waiting on a need for do. We're going to call you as and when necessary. Anytime see a video, because now social media, you can see them video, then they will call you for get a response. Well, now they end this edition of the Breakfast Show.
Can I leave word to the public? Yes. I'm big. Sierra Leoneans, them. Their ambulance and now on a property them. If you see the driver them, then they put charcoal, poyo, pamine, then they misuse them property then they. Una speak up, una report, una let them complain. Because if them well, for long we replace them, it will take time.
All right.
And I'll make una own them. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Liberty. And thank you for listening to everyone out there.
All right.
And hope for see you again. Thank you.
All right. Thank you too for coming. We're now the end of the Breakfast Show. Many thanks to Musa Saukoma, Michael Aino Contact, and the team. We support the production team for this edition of the Breakfast Show. Meet you. Don't forget to watch Liberty TV throughout the day as we get different content them way with the produce for now throughout the weekend as well. We'll get with weekend content them all the produce for now just for keep on entertained, informed, and also we get some educative content them all the bring. Mina Khadija Bangwadi say have a blessed weekend.
All right. Till we meet again, Mabel Kabadi say get a good weekend and goodbye.